Well then, here we go, time for the patch 7.1 MSQ. Took me a while to get ready because it was just way too much other things I wanted to do first. Yeah, here we go. And yeah, still getting some stuff ready here. By the way, what you can see right now on screen, that's actually the view from out my window. Beautiful Sunday morning. Clear blue skies are almost clear. Yesterday we had just fog, it was all white, but now it's blue again. I'm happy. But by the end of the week we should get some snow. Winter is slowly approaching. Well then. That should do it. And of course, as always, with every Scenario request, I'm gonna use my webcam. Now, in order to... Oh, yeah, I did change gear, that's true. In order to get ready, I'm gonna do a quick map, yes. Just to warm myself up for what's to come. Let's... Probably. Also, as I've said, my voice is still a bit crackly and sometimes have to cough, sadly, but I hope it is okay. Also, I did check the volume on my voice and the game. It adjusted slightly, but if something is too loud or too low, please let me know. Just a quick map to warm up. I hope they will keep Warrior the way it is right now, because I can solo those maps. It's really nice. Gives me a lot of money. Up targeting again is very much not the way I would like it to be, as always. They don't hurt that much, so that's okay. One more enemy. Then let's see if I will get a portal. Nope, no portal. Oh well. It's okay. I'm warmed up now. Therefore off to Tuliolal. A royal invitation. Volvuruk is eager to hear how you have been getting on. Ah, it is a pleasure as always, Ming, no? Have you been able to relax lately? I have. Wonderful. As busy as you have been with the Rite of Succession among other things, you deserve an opportunity to experience Tuliolal at a more leisurely pace. Some little tacos at... I never can say this name. Balyafti is one such way to do so. They're made the traditional way and laden with fillings that are absolutely sublime. If you have an empty stomach, the owner, Rukevu, will look after you. Oh, okay. I mean, I've been there a few times for the... I'm walking faster. For the class quests, which I still have to do 2 more of before patch 7.15. Oh well. Hey there. Well, if it isn't Mingno. Alone today, are you? Yeah, I shall come here for some tacos. I see, I see. If you have a hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. Consider it a token of gratitude for your help tracking down those treasures. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you your meal as soon as it's ready. Oh, thanks. Oh, they look good. And some salsas as well. You still love tacos, I hope? You ate so many when you turned 5. You could barely move afterwards, remember that? No? With this? No, not really. That was 30 years ago for me. Ah. They are from Solution 9. Right. Sorry, it's still strange for me too. Just yesterday, you were a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt as you set off for Yusolani, and now you're a grown man with a face full of hair. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family and you can always rely on me. A father and son. Yeah, I mean, that could have happened. Relying. Feels like the only thing I'm doing right now. On you and everyone else. Can't even start a fire without assistance at my new job. Back in Alexandria we had Electrope. If I needed a fire, all I had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. But here I'm helpless. A culinarian who can't even light the stove. The way the others in the kitchen stared at me, gods, I would never felt so embarrassed. I'm mean, it still applies to us. There are a few people that just... For example, I am... For those that don't know, I work in IT. And I have people... Or I'm training people to become IT specialists. And right now, we really struggle with teaching the kids not to rely on ChatGPT all the time. For the easiest things, they just go in and ask ChatGPT without thinking first what they have to do in order to set up some settings in the computer. Just go straight to AI help without thinking, and if they cannot use it for any reason at all, they're just screwed. They don't know what to do. Even, yeah, still just right now, it's still happening, that phenomenon. Well, it's not a phenomenon, it's just how society did it all the time, basically. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been told the tales, but it seems life is really different within the dome. My wife and children, I was thinking I would have them join me once things had settled, but at this rate... I say you send for them. If they're your family, then they're meant to. I'll do whatever necessary to make it work. Hey, Lamat? I didn't mean to overhear, but it seems you're having trouble readjusting to life in Tuliyollal. Well, look, Lamat. To aid folk like yourself, we've established a support group at the Wing of Reflection. There you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. It isn't easy being back, I know, but I'm hopeful that they can make things easier. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely seek this group out, and I'll bring my family with me. Thank you. Yeah, if they're willing to learn, that's a good start. I do know people that are not willing to learn. Well. Wonder whose idea it was. Ah, look who it is. I was just about to go and find you, Mingno. Let's go down a bit with... This music in particular is incredibly loud. You don't mind the company, I hope? I could use a bite to eat myself. Ah, come over, it's okay. Ooh, it sounds good. It's a little bit early for me to crave tacos. I want to just have breakfast, so a few more hours. But after I'm done with the MSQ, I'll have to see what I will make. Ah, the tacos here never disappoint. So, what have you been up to lately? Oh, a few things. Because we are at this place here right now, I'm gonna go with the third option. I've been working to recover some stolen artifacts. That sounds good. Just because of the place right now. I've been reviewing reports from the Landsguard. Given my responsibilities, I'm not in a position to chase criminals abroad, so I needed someone else to take care of the matter. I'm glad that someone is you. As for myself, I'm being kept busy with duties at the palace, but whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people, as you used to. That way I can better understand the problems they have and share them with Conan to figure out solutions. I was on one such walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Oh? Fauna and I have something we want to discuss with you, as Dawn servants. Do you have time to come to the palace? Okay. Sure. Great, I'll go on ahead. Please come and join us once you've finished here. Well then. What's up? Wait, there we go. Still stunning. But I do wonder how I can optimize my OBS, because sometimes it just is slightly laggy, even though my CPU seems to be idling away. My GPU too doesn't really have too much to do right now. And the SSD should be fast enough too to handle the recording. I don't know what really, just from time to time, staggers the game. Wow. Oh, that bad coughing all the time. Proclamat, it seems Kona's gone somewhere. Sorry. Oh, great. I'll come back later. Ah, kidding. Master Mingno, it's always an honor. Though Kona has stepped away to attend to a pressing matter, but he should join you within before long. Okay. Let's go. Oh, hey there. You're here too? Oh, that crackling was... Sparks flying. Open the big door. And that music again. There we have to come up with a different music soon. Oh, you're all here too? Well, Kona does. Though if truth be told, Afino and I have been seeing him quite regularly of late. Well, he asked us to share our knowledge of Hunnish culture, you see, in hopes of further strengthening your alliance. We were of course happy to oblige him. Kralana were likewise summoned, otherwise we've been carrying on with our work, compiling information on the Golden City. Oh. My grandfather embarked on his investigation 20 years ago. With our report, we shall finish what he started. They have done their own stuff, that's good. And I have done mine, so... Lest you wonder, Thancred and Urianger have left to resume their tour of Tural. Okay. And Estinian? Stola, meanwhile, is back to researching Crossrift travel. He was here just a few days ago to get Kona's permission to investigate living memory. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key in your keeping at some point. I bet she wants to. Hope we don't have to give it to her. If the look she had in her eyes was any indication, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You'll like to be stuck with her for a while. I don't mind. From one black mage to the other, that's okay. As for Estinian, we know neither where he is nor what he's doing. Some things never change. That's good too. And the throne is still broken. I mean, it hasn't been that long. And they need actually 2 thrones now. My apologies for the delay. Oh wait. He has a different accent, but I just can't do this accent. I don't know how. Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So, what can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need. Matter for which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria. The state funeral will soon be held in Solution 9 to mourn the passing of Queen Thene. King Gulul-Ja and his administration have invited us to attend. One of the first funerals, I guess, they had in decades. While certain issues remain unresolved between our nations, such as the treatment of Yas'Ulani, I see no reason not to attend. For generations, the Alexandrians lived without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have a funeral rite still. Apparently, the members of Oblivion unearthed records of ceremonies that were conducted in the Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the queen be thus honored. Leave it to you, that lot, to think of such a thing. Leave it to that lot to think of such a thing. The people of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends wanted to do something for them. Though Thene was but a simulacrum, she was nonetheless a pillar for her people. Pain of her passing must run deep. Yeah, I guess so. Indeed. The funeral will give Alexandrians a chance to come together to express their grief, that they might overcome it. I wasn't sure at first, but I've decided to go. Not only to be there for Gulul-Ja, but to put this chapter behind us. That I requested your presence was none other than to see if you wish to attend the funeral. You knew Thene as well, after all. Yeah, but I mean, in the end it was us who turned her off, basically. The question is it right that we are there? Do the people of Alexandria or Solution 9 even know that it was us? And because of that, actually I'm gonna go with the lowest one. That would be inappropriate, because it was us, basically. Because of your role in her demise, I take it. But we had no choice. We had to stop her from killing countless innocents. I won't force you to attend the funeral if it makes you feel uncomfortable. But while I respect Tuliolal in an official capacity, I would like it if you could be there to watch over everything. Okay. But at least they gave us the option, that's good. I feel the rest of us should go too. Regardless of the reason, the fact remains that we deprived Alexandria of a beloved ruler. It is only right that we remember who Thene was, to her people and to others. So let us stand with you. Thank you. Then it's decided. Let's head to Solution 9 and look for Gulul-Ja in the back room. Yeah, Kona. Have something to talk to me in private, maybe? Oh. Crossroads. Title drop. That was well done. Right angle of the camera. Though I too would ideally attend the funeral, given the circumstances, I think it is best that Lamati represents us. Besides, I need to be on hand to oversee the city's repairs, which is taking longer than expected. When that work is complete, we will finally look into installing new thrones. Yeah, I was just talking about that before. But to have Father's throne here still, it makes me feel he is close by. I'm quite happy for it to remain it for a while. Of 2. 9. I do sincerely hope that my voice will hold until the end. This way. Yeah, for those that... Actually, yeah, you didn't yet hear this from me because I'm still so slow at editing my playthrough of Dawn Trail. I was really chuckling to myself when I read the name Neon Stein. We had the Waking Sands, we had the... Wait, what were the other places? I'm really bad at remembering names, I'm so sorry. Waking Sands, the Rising Stone... Rising Stones... And now... Well, Sand is just small stones, right? And Rising Stones is stones. And now we are at Neon, because, well, neon lights, and Stein, which is the German word for stone. So it's still... They are keeping the whole thing up and running, the whole theme of... This is our stronghold, basically. Made from a strong material, from stone. I quite like that. And now it's neon, too. Oh, yeah. You heading to the back room? Yeah. There we go. Haven't been in here in... forever. Genold? Hey, you ever heard of the Continent Consortium? I absolutely can't stand that lot, let me tell ya. That's why I give the Nexus Arcade a wide berth. Even the residential district's too close for me liking, if I just crash here. Well, soon we'll have more to do with you to get our new weapons. More dealings with you. Anything else here? Oh, there's not the door. Doesn't work. It's good of you to come. We are expecting a large attendance for the funeral. The venue isn't like to hold everyone at once. But the altar will remain for those who couldn't be present during the ceremony. We ourselves plan to go and pay our respects afterwards. Shale? Glad to see the invitation reached you. As you may have heard, we were able to find data on forgotten funeral customs amidst old records. It appears to have been preserved by those who ruled the loss of culture due to the proliferation of regulators. We are grateful for their foresight. And you? How are you doing, buddy? Ah, you came for the funeral. Of course. I'm the only one who will officially take part though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So, how have you been? Been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Jill is always teaching me new things. Recently I've learned about Everkeep systems and the mechanical soldiers. Knowledge I'll need to use my authority properly. Videos as always, I see. By the way, by way of a treat, I've brought you a gâteau au chocolat. Oh, nice. It's a kind of cake. I think you will like it. Thank you, Lameti. And thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so it feels less... I feel less nervous having you there. Out of curiosity, what's the custom in Alexandria? In our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. It's much the same here according to records. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Considering that all the worlds used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share the same ancient origins. Fascinating, wouldn't you say? I mean, when we did the other dungeon, there was a lot of talk about what might have been passed down from reflection and whatnot. Let's take some... money, I don't know. I'll just fill up my inventory with more stuff if I get even more food. Oh, all here. It's a relief to see that Gululja is doing well. He's been through too much for one so young. From a group that plotted to undermine a tyrant king from the shadows to one that aids their fellow citizens in the open, Oblivion has come a long way. For the people to take it on themselves to organize and hold the funeral, it speaks of their enduring love for the theme. While we proposed the funeral, the royal administration took on the brunt of the planning. One of their number can better explain what the ceremony will entail. Okay. Although I've been in the back room before, there was no time to see the sights. I should like to take a closer look at the equipment. Don't press any buttons you shouldn't. Papa always said he didn't want a somber funeral, so we celebrated his life together with our victory. I'm sure he would have loved it. I like to think he was watching us from the world beyond, filling his cup every time we filled our own. Alexandria mourns. Gululja wishes to go and collect his flower for the funeral. Okay. Flowers are being handed out at Praxis Park. I'm thinking of heading over there now. We'll join you. There's a man I would like to speak with, Gosan. He was apparently Sven's aide and the one who sent us the invitation. Come on, let's go. Okay, introducing a new character. Anything else? Nope. And by the way, if I'm slow to react to chat messages, I just noticed that the delay today is horrible. Ah, up here. If I react late, it might be that I just didn't notice it, or because, yeah, the delay is just so long. I mean, I'm still a very slow figure on in YouTube, so I guess they won't give me the best connection quality, sadly. Maybe one day I can grow the channel a bit more than what I've been able to in this past 10 and more years. Oh well. But for that I just have to do more stuff. So here we go. Proud. Well, it appears souls are still being issued. Supply must be limited now that they are no longer being harvested. The grim faces in the queue tells the tale. Queue? Okay. Can't see one, but... It makes sense that Thene had loyal aides such as Gossan, given how much time she dedicated to walking among her people. Vuklamat's attendance will surely help strengthen relationships between the two nations. I get a strong impression that both Tuliolal and Alexandria wish to put this tragic past behind them. Judging from all the activity, I presume the funeral will be held here. Activity? I mean, still pretty empty. All correspondence was being handled by the Wing of Reflection, so this is my first time speaking with Gossan. Here he is, Gossan. And cutscene. Oh. Why, you're... Amvo Vuklamat of Tuliolal. Thank you for extending us an invitation to Queen Thene's funeral. We are honored, truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I am Gossan, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I have been responsible for administering affairs of state. Can we get our flowers here? Yes, Your Majesty. Flowers are being handed out at the counter yonder, alongside the regulators. What? We need to wear regulators for the funeral? Rest assured, they are not a requirement. We are aware your people do not use them. You see, people in the Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their person when attending funerals. As such tokens were blank. As such tokens were black, it was suggested that we might wear regulators painted the same colors. We've yet to produce enough for everyone, but we're distributing them as we are able. I see. Yet the regulators or no, the important thing is that we remember Queen Thene. Remember her and her kindness as you make an offering of your flower. I will. The proceedings will soon begin in this plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower. Oh, we're just there in time. Okay. Right into the cutscene. There she is. Yeah, that's a lot of people. And this time, my CPU can actually handle it. More or less. Or my GPU, I should say. I mean, during 7.0, whenever there was such a crowd, my graphics card almost crashed. But I guess they did optimize some. Yes, most have a black regulator. Not all, but most.
Although we are gathered here for the same reason, we hail from different lands.
Oh, and the flowers in the crystal there. That's a nice touch.
Some were born and raised in the Alexandria of old, while others came to us from Tuliolal. It was from this union of diverse peoples that a new Alexandria was born. The only home that our younger generation knows.
Ooh.
How did we overcome the barriers between us? What moved us to join hands in common purpose beneath crackling skies? You know the answer. We survived. We thrived because Queen Sphene brought us together. Inspired and encouraged by her boundless kindness, we strove to be better, for ourselves as well as those around us. And in Her Majesty's absence, there is a sadness beyond words. Yet we must. We will remember her. Remember all the good that she has done for us.
Those were some long poses, but nice. A speech.
So let us pray, as the people of the Old Kingdom once did, for the peaceful repose of the departed. And let us keep our beloved Queen forever in our hearts, that her memory might guide us unto the morrow. Would that I could find solace in my own words.
Yeah, it must be hard for him too. Them. Nice handover.
Was Queen Sphene taken to the cloud?
She must have been.
Thing.
To still remember her is strange, isn't it, darling?
I miss her. She would always cheer me up when I was down. But even though I remember her, I'll never see her again. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know about it yet.
It seems that's what it means to die, I'm afraid.
But what will happen to us? Are we just going to be sad forever?
Yeah, I don't know.
What will happen indeed? Everything that we have, we owe to Queen Sphene. How are we to go on without her?
I still remember Her Majesty so clearly. If only I didn't, I might feel better about the future of our realm.
Perhaps we should also consider moving to Tuliolo. The journey won't be easy, but it'd be better than staying here in uncertainty.
In times like these, I take comfort in the beliefs of a Turali people called the Yokui. To them, death isn't the end. So long as we're remembered, we never truly die.
Ooh.
It could be the same for Queen Sphene. you know? If you keep her alive in your hearts, she'll always be with you.
And also back to the same thing that the ancient Egyptians were teaching. Basically, your second death when nobody remembers you. And as long as people remember you, you're still alive. You died once, yes, but your memories are still there, still alive in other people.
But we still won't be able to see her, right? I don't want to think about that. I wish I could just forget instead of having to feel like this.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to impose. Please, mourn your queen however you see fit.
It is difficult. First time you experience
As expected,
funeral,
they struggle to come to terms
death.
with their loss. I hope they can find a way to move forward.
It's not only grief that weighs on them, but worry for the future. Bereft of their queen, how will they proceed?
True. But with that at least, we're not powerless to help. What is it, Guloja?
I was wondering, is it better to remember or forget someone when they're dead? I remember my father, and every time I think of him, it hurts. It's the same with Queen Sphene. Knowing that she's gone makes me feel sad.
but it doesn't hurt, right?
But it's different with my mother. I never knew her, so I don't feel as bad. I want to remember my father, but maybe I'd be better off forgetting him.
Guloja.
Why don't we continue this somewhere else?
Back to the... Talking about death and all that is a different topic, that's true. Yeah, difficult topic. Seeing that child reminded me of myself, of how hard it was for me to accept that grandfather was gone. But that sadness is what gave me the strength to come this far, and I would never choose to forget, never. I hope the altar can provide comfort to those who need it. This seems a good place to continue our conversation. Simply leaving Alexandria won't solve all their problems, I fear. The problem runs deeper than that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up. That's okay. You're still a child, come on. Hey, Guloja. Do you really know nothing at all about your mother? Chell researched the system for information on residents, but the only Mamulja she found listed were my father and me. Even if she died and was erased from people's memories, she should have been there, but she wasn't. Well, that you're here means she was here too, inside the dome. There can't be any other way about it. Do you want to know your mother? I think so. Even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know her. I want to try looking again, and if I don't find anything this time, I'll give up. I see. Well, if that's what you want. Then I'll help you. I would like to help as well, and I believe I speak for the others too. But I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. You're not about to leave just yet. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, you're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. True, it could help. Alright, thank you everyone. I wonder how old he is right now, Gululja. We have an official age, I'm not sure. If no records remain of Gululja's mother, then where do we begin our research? I understand all too well Gululja's desire for the longest time I found my own father's actions inexplicable. If this is what Gululja wants, then I'll help him however I can. After all, we're family. I might learn more about my father too. I hadn't thought of that. I can very much relate to his feelings. I pray Gululja finds what he's in search of the past. Ratia has an idea on how you may proceed with your investigation. Into the dungeon it is. Assuming neither memories nor records of Gululja's mother remain, we must cast as wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. Ming, know if you could make inquiries outside of in the outskirts. The rest of us will do the same in Solution 9. Okay? Let's go. Needed some more to drink. Now where? Here. Sorry, but I've never heard of a Mamulja woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Zerolja. You might have better luck talking to the people over at a Tonawawtan settlement to the north of Everkeep, in a place called Yawata. The resilient son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief's name was Kaniloka. Oh. Well, that's quite a big hint already. There should be two more, but I guess I'm... somewhat blind this morning. You're looking for a Mamulja woman. Oh, Gululja's mother. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. I only know a little about Sorolja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, a Vidral had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Sorolja assembled a party of warriors and with them confronted and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear of the king's feat in the past. Oh, okay. And yeah, no, there's still some quests open here. I just did time. Where is the last one hiding? Come on. This plane. Nothing here, nothing here. I'm usually not that bad at finding people. Oh, down here. That's why I couldn't see it from above. A Mamulja woman. Their people have never been a common sight around here. But the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. He was among an entourage of Landsguard that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Tuliolal after the mission. But if any remained, I suppose they could have been trapped in here with the rest of us. Okay. Well, let's see. So there are some leads. What did the other ones find out, if anything? While I failed to learn anything directly related to Gululja's mother, I did find information which may shed some light upon Sorolja. Lamaji didn't seem to have much luck. How did you fare? I'm sorry, but I couldn't find out anything useful. None of the people I questioned had heard of a Mamulja woman before. Solution 9 is vast indeed. Even with the teleporters we could cover but a small portion of it. Gululja rarely made public appearances, so the people had no idea how he spent most of his time. Yet I believe therein lies the key to the answers we seek. Are you back too? I told Shale all about your search. Gululja has told me all. We've previously tried to track down records of his mother, but came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Let's see. Mulcha woman belonged to Landguard. Settlement with the name that I cannot pronounce. And the battle with the Vidral. Ah, so you spoke with quite a few different people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what conclusions we might draw. So Thralja brought a retinue of lance guards to Yasulani, among who was a female Mamulja. His mission was to rid the region of a Tural Vidral, and I believe it is safe to say that that was the crisis in Uveyawata he resolved. If some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers with recovery efforts, then they could have indeed gotten trapped in the dome. We also heard stories about the settlement in that place. People lived there until nearly a decade ago, and Thralja made regular visits. Okay. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. And if this Mamulja woman had remained there, they would have had occasion to come in contact. Secret hiding place? I see, but what could Thralja have been doing in that village? Only one way to find out. I think we can answer that question. In order to retrace Thralja's steps, Ra and I spoke with a researcher who worked at Regenics. He said that approximately 20 years ago a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep, per the King's direct order. This is the first I've heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the King's jurisdiction. It was apparently being used to develop a kind of weapon, but I'm afraid that was all we could learn. It's plenty to go on. Even if the work there was classified, any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured within Everkeep. So if you look into transportation records, there it is. The routes are full of detours and attempts at obfuscation, but large deliveries were being made to Uveyawata, far too large for a mere village. There hasn't been any activity for years though. It's likely the facility has been decommissioned. You think that's where my mother was? We can't say for certain just yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. This is amazing. Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure all this out. Each piece of the puzzle may really reveal little on its own, but when put several pieces together, a picture begins to form. And even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. A lesson I learned in another life. So, we'll be investigating this secret facility in that place then. I still can't say this name. And this time I want you to come along, Gululja. Is this a good idea? Might be dangerous. Okay, all nodding. Uveyawata is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the drift downs. Alright, thank you, Shale. Make your way to the drift downs when you're ready. Kiluvza will have a hover cargo ready for you. mean, I have enough money, but with just a little bit of walking, I will be there almost. We'll be there for free, so. And yeah, it's at times like right now, Sunday morning, the server is pretty empty, as you can see yourself. So I will do this with Rust, also because I want to read everything and watch the cutscenes and all that jazz. I don't want to keep people back or hold them back. Well, while the researcher we spoke with remembered that he had colleagues, couldn't recall details about any specific individuals, nor their name, nor what they were like. Someone would have noticed Rolja traveled from the Drift Downs. I expect he utilized a flying vehicle. Weapons developed in secret with the aid of devoted followers. Nothing good will have come from this. Settlement in the outskirts. That was originally Bonawautan as well, yes. I wonder if Yawatsa is similar to it. We've seen how much has changed for part of Yasulani. That's on this side of the dome. I wonder what's it like on the other. I'll remain nearby after dropping you off. Just let me know when you're ready to head back. So the cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it'll be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, right? Alright, be careful everyone. And the dungeon is accessible. Here we go! Something new. Oh wait, yeah, it's slightly different. If the facility was used to research new weaponry, then it will have had tight security. Even if it has been closed down, let us proceed with caution. I can't help but be reminded of our foray into orogenics and of Kahina. I can't say her name too. It's a really difficult one. Don't worry about me, I'm good at hiding from beasts. Yeah, you are. I promised to look after Gululja, but I've spent hardly any time with him. I'm going to make up for that. While I alone haven't seen much of the dome, I'm no stranger to braving the unknown. I will not slow us down. I hope so. And what are you thinking? I've seen the havoc that Valigarmanda wreaked upon Urukupacha. I wonder what this other Tural Vidral might have left in its wake. So then, who will we pick?
I stand ever ready.
Those. I'd love to go with Alizé too, but I want Wuklamat with me and Gratia. And Kraz, so yeah. Let's go. Oh, nice. Imbued with Electro. I guess. Cannot speak with them. My father must have come here for a reason. Lightning hasn't let up here either. There are beasts here too? Even the creatures here are electrified. I still actually don't... Oh wait, no, it's Graha healing. I thought it was... First I thought it was Alfie, but no, I have Graha with me. So I could potentially pull more. Let's not go too crazy. I'm in no hurry. I like the music as a different form from the one over in why am I so bad with names all the time? Over in Heritage Found. I just noticed something. Did they change something here? Because I can't remember having that kill. Oh well. Let's see if Braha is able to heal me. Easily. Doing a great job at healing. I can pull big. Okay. If I had come as warrior, I could have put more regardless.
Take that!
I really do like this version of the music. Makes me want to cover it one day. I mean, there's so many pieces I would like to cover, so...
Hold on.
Gonna put it on my long waiting list. Let's see. Lindblom. Zack. Well, I guess we've stepped into its territory. Someone looks mean, be careful. And Lucha is over there, okay. 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's probably an AoE. Anyone else? Yep. I just noticed my Bloodfest isn't up yet, but oh well. Gore? Oh. It's eating. That's an interesting pattern, okay. Gets away from there. Oh, yeah. That's pretty big. So far, so good. Again, gore. Now there are more.
Just the beginning.
Get beat them, or attack will do more damage, I guess.
Try this!
Nope, bit late with that one. Not a light, sorry. Again, gore. Toss, same thing as before. Just dodge. What the hell was that? I did do the stupid one where I just... Ah, there's a button glowing, I'm gonna press it, even though it was the completely wrong one. Oh well. Easy. Out of casting. Oh, interesting. Let's see. So the facility is still here. What kind of research did they do here? Place for hovercraft, I guess, to land. I wonder if we will be able to walk around afterwards. Research note. While His Majesty's Royal Jaw is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast's soul into a person's body, safety and ethical concerns have ensured no earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet our king believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, and so he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. He would bolster our military might and break through into the outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. It was here where he developed that technology. Oh, they don't look too nice. Rotten hounds. There's another note here, so... Gonna have to wait with moving on because I want to read the notes. Resident Evil looking place. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, a feral soul can induce physiological instability in the subject. Psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain, and while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, and I dare say welcomed, too many such souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, our objective shall be to determine the threshold beyond which a body is at risk of uncontrolled mutation. These are people, right? No, there are more on the ground, but let's see first. If you ever want to zoom in on something, that's a good way to do it. Here they go. Must say, I'm still not 100% back to being fit. That horrible cough is still here. Oh well. At least my nose is no longer too runny. They are wearing regulators, yeah. Now they're open. What happened here? Don't go there. And you don't go alone. Bring up playing. Oh, a giant. Another one over there. Oh well. Wanna read the note, so. Gonna fight them real quick first. Actually, I should have effects turned on. Would make things much more colorful. Unless they have to evade, because then they will just stop everything. Hey there! I do enjoy the patch, yes. Next note. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We have experimented with fiends of great power, but mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than with poor Atticus. Huh? His body was altered irreparably, and he lost all capacity of rational thought. While the primary objective of his research was to utilize the soul of a Tural Vidral, I struggle to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. Okay, guess that's the next big boss that we have to face. Oh. I love that light. Make great shadow plays here. Hey, I am tanking this time, Vuklamat, not you. Gonna turn effects off again, it's a bit too bright for me. Not used to that.
Take that!
What was Father doing here? I guess we will come back and research all of this after the final boss. If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if you were to reverse the process? By purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul, one still possessed of its own memories, we stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. I must prepare his soul for extraction at once. Now they're getting cruel with the ideas. Here we go, Overseer. There's something unsettling about the ether here. What happened? You surrender your souls to King Sorulja. Posture. Not too bad. These spirits, come forth, my dear souls. That's not too bad. I won't let precious samples escape. No, that persists. Not a lot of movement space here. Lost hope. Discard the flesh, extract the soul. Okay, I see. Ow. Ow. I mean, I'm a tank, I probably won't take much damage. Blood burst. Have damage down. Spirits. And that one. Yeah, just stack in the middle and it will be fine.
This should do it!
No. Cleave, good. Another blood burst. And another one. Oh, easy. What that we could tame the beast, but the seal is already... Seal the beast? What was he talking about? Boots are striking. Will know tanking gear. Oh! Here we go. That a storm? That one quick frame that we saw in the trailer. That somehow no one seemed to be having a reaction to. By the gods, what is that? That's a weird one. I'm glad for once YouTube is favoring my stream. Welcome and have fun. I have no idea what's happening in this patch yet. I only heard good things, but I didn't look at any other videos so far for the MSQ. Oh yeah, by the way, if my reaction to chat messages is delayed, it's because I am still a small person on YouTube. My channel is very small. I have only a handful of subscribers, and because of that, I guess YouTube inflicted upon me a incredibly huge delay of multiple, well, it's I think over 10 seconds at this point. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, what the heck? Thanks. What was that roar? Did it come from inside a storm? Oh, materia. Hey, I'm your target. I'm here. I hope it's not a spoiler, by the way. playing this right here in the open. Okay, I'm glad I picked Graha to heal myself because, or to heal me. Not sure I could have pulled all these enemies with Alfino. I'm sorry buddy, but your healing is still top par. Let's gather some cartridges for the final boss. There we go. It's not a rabbit, is it? Okay. They actually went there. Someone loved Monty Python, I guess. Yeah, that's... Can I... Oh, sorry, it's pretty graphic actually, but yeah. Someone like Monty Python, I guess. Yeah, that one, basically. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's a reference to that, I would say. Luni Piatti. Let's see, do we have to solve riddles too? No, the riddles came before that one. Raging Claw, and he turned, or it turned, so I guess behind, yeah. The Dust Yoke. Leprine Low. Okay. Okay, I see. Interesting. Fight. Sorry, we'll come out. Okay, we can move. True, the holy hand grenade, but I don't have one on me. How did I just dodge that? I don't know. Better not gonna question it. Oh, that looks nice. Hello, Ruby Weapon. Hey. greater cave. I would say out. Yeah. Ah, no longer positional, so... That's an interesting fight, I have to say. Oh. Gotta keep running. Will it stop? Yep, stopped, okay. Now we'll get behind. Spread. I can take it with you, Kra, that's okay. That's quite an interesting battlefield. I like it. Something different for once. Yeah, it's a cave.
Now I'll show you. Do it!
Tank buster, there we go. Nothing too bad. Can't reach him from here. Which way? Away, okay. Don't want to fall down because that would mean a wipe for a party. Be extra careful here. Another stack. Easy. Compared to other bosses in this in Dawn Trail, that was actually quite and now we have a cave to explore as well. Sweet. Robe of Healing, and what else did I get? Oh, the card! Nice. No bunny rabbit though. That looks nice. Oh yeah, anything to stay? Torrent of Tural, a truly fitting. That was too close, nothing here. Still breathing at some event, okay. Only faintly breathing. You? Nothing? Okay. Can I fall down now? I guess I could. I'm not gonna try.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Valiarmanda.
And it's still breathing, yeah. Also nice that it's voice acted.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility.
That one is one of the screens from the trailer. No one seemed to be noticing it, somehow.
The Tural Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject, Though I expect Zoralja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
Actually, I just... No, so far it's still okay. Sometimes my webcam is out of sync somehow, but I think it's still okay. Trying the echo? Yeah, here we go. Been a while since we had the last echo flash.
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Turalvidral.
You want your own ones?
Our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures, but in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
But still, it means if they are now in the Turalvidral, or in any other beast, Zoralja has to be more powerful in order to contain their might. Or they could revolt against him, so... I wonder if he was thinking about that too.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
Oh? And who this?
So, you've given him permission?
Teshalja, you will assist Kaniloka.
Ishalcha. And an interesting tale. I don't think I've seen one of those before.
As one of the Landsguard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. In what you learn, you will report to me.
Does he not trust him? I guess not.
You object to his project? Or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
Oh?
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliyollal.
That is?
That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Ah, she wants him.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours.
I mean, she joined him on this excursion that we
That which I seek does
about,
not
so-
lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle.
No?
But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
Or is it something else? Interesting. Oh. Just in time.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. Wonder if Kryl saw it too?
Teishelja. Could she be my mother?
Maybe.
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in the Asulani. I can't imagine many other Ubiko women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Teishelja there.
That's where we're going next then.
Let's explore. Yes. Now that danger is behind us, it started sinking in just how unsettling this place is. Hard to believe it used to be a village. That you should be able to peer into the Turalvidral's past. I wonder what that implies for the beast's consciousness while it was sealed away. Teishelja. You said her name was... I wonder what her story is. The villagers were likely monitoring the imprisoned Turalvidral at Soralja's behest, and at some point they became involved in the research of souls. It seems this Kaniloka was in charge here. From your recounting, he was quite dedicated to Soralja. I wish I could see into the past like you, then I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Mamulja women here. For a long time I couldn't even imagine that what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tuliolal and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. I don't know. Wait, how many do I have? Same amount. Oh no, I have one more here, okay. I'll take that one. Ah. Anything new? No. Wait, maybe Gulja? Is it alright if I go around by myself now? I'm not sure. Among the abundant. Kryl's eager to begin researching the research facility. While we've discerned the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let us take a look around for information as well as a way to the upper level. Nothing here, okay. Locked. I need some more to drink. Especially since my voice is still pretty bad from the cold I had recently, as you probably can tell. Still some people in here. Oh, now I'm alone, I can... Wait. If I go first person, I don't cast a shadow anymore. Okay. Funny. What happened to the people here? Didn't they all leave, or did we already meet them? Like, did I say this correctly? Or did they all leave? That looks suspiciously clean over here. Think that people actually volunteered their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and even if the best cause, they would cease to be men. Their devotion to Zoralja is so absolute. Alizé. It won't open, and I don't think it'll yield to our shoulders either. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and find the key. Still interact though. Yep. Security panel is nearby, perhaps the verification key will open the way. Or maybe Gulja can actually open it. Yeah, very settling. Aha. I wonder what Bergluk would make of this research into transferring souls. Didn't think about them yet, so yeah, Bergluk might be interested in some capacity. The researchers likely move between the upper and lower levels. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings. Makes me angry to think about what they did here. See? Test subject's journal. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. Can write good, yes? I am good, very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today, a bit off. Hand of feeder. Cannot help it, so strong. Hungry, always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. Must. Eater must. If you find nothing that resembles a verification key, perhaps you should search elsewhere. Oh. Open cabinet. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilization gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper and find a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open the iron gate. And nothing else here. Bit quicker. There we go. You found the key. Great. I'll call the others. Oh, there was one more. Guess I've missed it. But it's okay. Seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. We go. So this is the observatory, and it's still partially running. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Valigarmanda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Guluja's mother. I think I can use this terminal. He'll taught me how. Oh. Smart kid. There's so much data. I don't what we should look at. Is that a typo in there? Maybe? I don't what we should look at. Okay. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the names. Name Ishalja. Ah, it brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Ishalja, administrator of experimental treatments research logs. This sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. And how are you do you want to do that, Alfino? You bring an USB stick with you, maybe? Agreed? Yeah, so... Alright, I'll transfer it to this storage device I brought. Oh, how handy. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. And we're out. I admit the Tural Vidral gave me a fright at first, but then I remembered who felled the mighty Valigarmanda. I'll not soon forget our visit to that facility. It was a troubling reminder of the depravity that can arise from the belief that souls are simply a resource to be exploited. It seems safe to say my brother returned to Yuwe Yawata for the Tural Vidral. He wanted its power, no matter the cost. I'm glad we could find that what we sought in that abandoned facility. Well, more or less. Kiluswa is really good at driving the hover cargo. I wonder if I can learn how to drive it too. Maybe. You're still a bit young and small. Oh, yeah. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. Everybody nods? Here we go. find information on Gululja's mother. Your lot never ceased to amaze. Having now spent some time in these harsh environs, I feel I have better understanding of how much a steadying presence Thene was to her people. Gululja had no trouble keeping up during the outing. He really is his father's son. It was Shale who gave me the storage device before we left. He said that we would probably need it, and we did. Yeah, good thing she did. From what I can see, things haven't changed much since the funeral. People are still listless like before. I've been thinking it may behoove us to learn how to use the various devices found throughout Alexandria. Better late than never, after all. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. The data will be in good hands with Shale. Welcome back. Gululja has already given me the storage device. There looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted. I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alice and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Their mood still has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we will see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I've finished my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Anything new? I share our friend's concern. It's not surprising that the Alexandrians are having difficulty coping with their grief. Still. I'll still here with Shale. There's a lot I can learn from just from watching her. Encrypting files isn't the hard part. It's when the number of digits in a password is unknown that the long nights begin. That's true. I met some members of Oblivion on my way back here. They themselves were returning after having paid their respects to Sveen. I suspect the Alexandrians' plight reminds Alphen and Alice of the Garleans. Little wonder they feel compelled to assist in any way they can. Guidance of the Hetzo. Yod's concern is writ plain upon his face. Alice isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the soul system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason too, the journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Tural, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tuliolal. My brother is doing all he can to see that Shaktural Railroad restored to operation, so that people may come and go freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, and some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things a sight easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Kona seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shell's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it by ourselves. Or for ourselves. To Shaloni Station then. I'll make sure to keep Kona informed. Let us know if there's good news concerning the railroad. We can disseminate it through our network and hopefully put some minds at ease. Anything new here? Say hello to Kana for me. I will. We'll have plenty of time while I work on this, trust me. I would be astonished if they were able to restore restore railroad service so quickly? Locomotive was nigh obliterated in its collision with the dome. Yeah, true. Raha and I will keep an eye on things here in your absence. Interesting that they changed the dialogues of all of them so quickly. Now I will have to take a very quick break because I'm drinking so much. Yeah, it is a nice touch indeed. So I will be right back. There it is. I will be right back. Well, thanks for coming, Albert. And I should restart my camera real quick because otherwise it will probably go out of sync real quick. Or in due time. There we go. Quick restart. And let's continue. And yeah, I'm sorry that there are still so many open quests here. I just didn't have the time to do them all. Oh. Hey there. My voice is still bad. Oh well. I feel Conan. He asks that we continue to support the Alexandrians as best we can. Operations are still suspended, but we're trying to remain optimistic. It's good to see you looking well yourself. Well, of Resolve and Mignon start put. What can I do for you? Wait, no, that's accent? I can't do that one, so we're hoping for some good news about the railroad. there's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tural that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Oh. Scratch the on the way. Oh, and Erenville too. With a new garb. I was spoiled of that one by someone, sadly, but... Oh. Oh. No, I'm not gonna go low one. Looking good, Erenville. The low one doesn't fit my character. As the guild ship has officially approved my transition from gleaner to independent contractor, I was in need of more befitting attire. You're here about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawnblazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which... I assume Lamati has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a matter of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawnblazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem, how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mewahetzoran. Those names. That is the Ronique, though the Hetzaro that follow them are none too pleased about their Hetzo being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised to quieting the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronique will need to be heard from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the railroads plotted to avoid the Ronique's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronique grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intended to ask the people of that other place for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I too would hear what the Hetzaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Swato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetzaro encampment if you like. Anything else? For now we'll continue work on the silent locomotive as planned. There's hoping that whatever you come up with won't require a total overhaul. It's only recently that the Ronique changed their grazing patterns. They didn't stray so close to the tracks before. I mean, one thing they could do is make them levitate electromagnetically now with the aid of Electrope, or that too much too? But it would change the design, I guess. But it's an idea. That's Kana Wolf's reason, isn't it? Is it not? I can scarce believe it. And I can scarce read. As committed as the Hetzaro are in tradition, they are amenable to the unfamiliar, or so I am told. To think all of this can be packed up at a moment's notice to follow wherever the Ronick lead. Our prior visit to the Hetzaro was also on railroad business. Pray they do take us for train enthusiasts. Yeah. And it was they don't take us, anyway. Woe of resolve, woe of reason, I bid you welcome to our camp. What brings you all the way to Mewatsoan? Mewahetoan. The name? I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Shaktural Railroad. So, there wasn't a lot of voice acting this patch so far. You too have noted the Ronique's unexpected change in behavior then. My son Shepetto has been looking into this matter. So? Normally would expect the Ronique to keep to their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet, and despite a thorough research we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Yanan and Yatanane. They're making this on purpose, I'm telling you. Yet they refuse to keep up where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. And I wonder if I could, maybe, yeah, I should be able to. I should be able to get some more light in here. Couldn't open the blinds before because the sun was shining straight onto my camera and monitors. Now it has passed. That's good. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hetzaro would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am of Hetzaro descent. My parents traveled with the Ronique as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration. One of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle. I'm forced to. Yeah, we know that. As he has told us. A chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade and I might fend for myself. I became a stallkeeper in Tuliola's markets, and that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lamati came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Aww. Truly? I have never heard of the Ronique choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hetzaro willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. Must have been some exceptional circumstances. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps, that I might better make excuses for their actions, never much appealed to me. I mean, it's basically similar to Gululja in some way or form. But if they had good reason, wouldn't you want to know? Yeah, I'll go with that one. As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetzaro way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor down servant indeed. Please teach me of the Ronique and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Thank you. Will you learn of Hetzaro culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronique and we'll have a look around the plains. And perhaps in the process we'll find the answers we seek. My knowledge of the culture I was born into is from written accounts alone, and few of them at that. It will be a joy to share our traditions with the new Dawn servants, as we once did with Kulul Jaja. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I'm not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Thank you. Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back here later to share what we've learned. Good idea. It will be a joy to share our traditions with the new Darwin servants. Same. Truth be told, we don't get many visitors keen to learn about our way of life. Anyone around here will tell you whatever you want to know. And then some. There are quite a few. You here to help? Well then, why don't I show you how to care for a Ronique coat? Go ahead and run your fingers through it. Gently now. As you stroke the Ronique's coat, you note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in the tangle. Like as not. Fur brush. Ah, Geppetto sent a Ronique brush with you, did he? How like him. Now just run it through, one little patch at a time, gently. Like that. You dutifully brush the Ronique until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now. But the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done! With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. Combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries, should the need arise. After admiring your work, you try and fail to brush the fur off of yourself, the Ronic Prince. You should come back during shedding season. It's a sight to behold, but thanks to the Hetzaro progenous coats, we never want for clothing and blankets. That how they sit? That doesn't look comfortable, to be honest. Oh well. I'm afraid I finished my task for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration custom? If you're here, you likely already know that the Ronic are our Hetzo, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive, yeah. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, the Hetzaro must also part with half of our number. You may think it a strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetzo. One more tidbit for you. When the herd splits and we part with our kin, we exchange a wish to meet again wheresoever we are guided. Epia Ashis Hetzaro Hei Joan. Interesting. And you? This one too, the wind will go right through. And me without my needle and sinew. Spinning kit. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the Ronic hide they're made of is durable enough to that we generally needn't worry. Ronic hide sturdiness makes it an excellent material for clothing and shoes as well. Of all the many gifts our Hetzo bestow us, it's the most versatile. I don't know how we would get along without it. One more over here. A playful one. You're learning about the Hetzaro way of life, aren't you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of education. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Our Hetzo provide us with something that we use in medicines. Poultices, whatever that is, and soap. To drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? Is it dung again? No. Meat and organ meat? I'm going for first one. Bones, hoofs, or hoof bones? Both horns and hoofs are core of bone, and we use all of the materials, but by primarily in tent poles, instruments, and the like. It's not quite the answer I was looking for. Oh no. Let's see, have another go. I'm not gonna go with that one yet. Meat and organ meat? Alas, not quite. Meat and organs both can be made into delicious fare, and our neighbors are oft glad to trade with them. They do have certain medical uses as well, but they aren't fit for all the purpose mentioned in my question. Is it dung? Again? It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. We've discovered myriad uses for runic chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hetzo always provide. I know city folk are squeamish about dung, but you can't deny generations of results. Yes. I won't ask that you march across the plains and fill a sack with it, only that you keep an open mind about our custom. Yeah, no need to do that one again. Same as before. You smell of grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us, if a bit on the short side. I have to wonder how Conan is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. It is. Ah, there he is now. With one in tow. And he looks quite happy. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the runic and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination. To force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. How was your own work? Have you anything to share? 5 rules about runic. Yeah, first one. Its thorough life revolves around the runic, but in turn the people receive all they need. Yes, I feel the truth of this myself. While I was hesitant to leave my fate to the whims of the Hetzo rather than tread man-made paths, I arrived where I was meant to be all the same. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lacked experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the runic, as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service of the people of Tural, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hetzo are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Volkona. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I actually still have a lot of jelly, so... yeah, money. Always stay hydrated. And it helps with reading. A lot. Anything else to say, or is it back to the old dialogue? Ah, it seems Volkona has come to an understanding with the Hetzo after all. I expect Voklamat and Erinville to be back soon as well. The warmth of family. Kona appears loath to part from his runic companion. Oh. Fauna, how did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetzo. They nourish the Hetzaro and they grow and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are the equal of any man, not beasts to be tamed. Moreover, Ronique are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. That sorrow would never cage them, and neither should we. Control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronique once favorite grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronique, even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Velociraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquake, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetzaro would have surely put 2 and 2 together, where the cause geological, I measured the area's ether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. Oh. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. Large animal, perhaps? Yeah. And a powerful one, like as not. A predator given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptor we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail, as something with very large fangs. Couldn't be a Turutetsu. Turutetsu? Ronique Riva. The common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Thanks that Steel Hetzo in the night, another evocative one. Ronique can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Turutetsu. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home, and its pack both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronique consternation is clear. As is our next move, we must drive this river away, that they might return to their grazing lands in peace. Let's do it. Oh, I just noticed something on the back there. Never fear, we will make certain that the beast threatens you no more. I just noticed something on Erenil's backpack. Was a bit late. Can we? Something small on his backpack? That's cute. Those Ronic Reavers must have a hefty set of teeth, but I'm not worried. We've fought worse. Wonder when that will be turned into merch. A powerful creature behaving unusually. Left to its devices, it may well become a Tural Vidral. We must attend to it where that happens. That fast? Sure. Any more? I am loath to risk inclining panic, lest our fear be unfounded. But I will warn my people to take extra precaution. We must protect the head, so, but not at the cost of our lives. Please take care out there. Let's go. Ronic Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations. And if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. Okay, save certain checkpoints. I have nothing else to do, so let's go. And suddenly it's daytime. And I guess another voiced one, hopefully. Would be second one? Patch? Only?
Help! Help!
Here we go. You found one.
Oduda Hetsu
I
is
found
coming
it.
this way!
Just leave it to us.
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
Yeah, it's Ronek, not Ronique. I don't mind. Sorry for the wrong pronunciation.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronic Reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
We will. Here we go.
Make haste! We must protect the Ronek!
I would,
Right
but I
behind
can't
you.
move. I can't move, come on. There we go. Nothing here yet, okay. There are some. I think I see, yes.
There they are!
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
That one? No. Just interact, okay. Oh. There we go.
That herd should be alright. Let's look for stragglers.
Let's continue.
The Ronek are Turali too. None shall be left behind. There must be something up ahead. Come!
Somehow the voice is low, but yeah, it's
There!
full.
These are no match for the likes of us.
Well, I think they don't. Oh, now they do. even more. And I have to intercept, okay. Aaron will just standing here. Looks funny. One more. Okay, you can tank. Oh, even more.
All or nothing then.
Here we go. Give it a break. Oh. That's a nice looking one. Well done, Kona. But still, we haven't seen the big bad boy. Whatever it is.
It seems that did the trick.
You can go now.
For the fodder at least. But where's...
Yeah, where is it? Here it comes. I guess. Oh. Yeah, that's quite big.
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs.
Yeah, do you recognize that one?
That's a Ronak Reaver, and no mistake.
Probably, but well. Yeah, that's okay. Terrified.
There! That one there!
Doesn't even get a scratch.
Not so fast!
You think you can withstand that, buddy? Well,
should it cost me my life?
you stopped it.
I will save the head soul!
Wonder if it's in his blood. Okay.
Kona! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronak to safety!
No need to be so loud about it.
There. You've nothing to fear.
Yeah, Aaron is the best for that part. And we will deal with that thing.
Right! Let's finish the job!
Here we go.
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
So we're not just gonna try to get it back to its place. We are going to defeat it, probably. Oh well.
You'll find the vow of reason is not without resolve.
Oh.
Damn it! Not even a scratch!
Yeah. That HP isn't really going down much. Only slightly because I
Must have a weakness, and I will find it.
can hardly hear them speak. Protected by a nigh impenetrable hide. Okay. What was that?
Keep it busy. I need time.
That looked weird.
Right. Go for the legs.
Or was that an analysis by Krona? Maybe. That's me too. Almost done.
Now we just have to keep it pinned. You're thinking, Kona!
And it recovered most of its HP.
Protective current of ether. But whence does it flow?
Yeah, he's analyzing it, okay. That's his... That's from him, okay. I was wondering if... Oh, doesn't sound good. Huh?
I've got it!
Then tell us, please.
One well-placed piercing round to the chest and...
Haha. That small
You're done for!
faint smile there in Queen. Funny.
That stemmed the flow of protective ether.
Yeah, now we are dealing damage.
Nothing stopping us now!
I probably won't be staying down like that for ever. Yeah, there you go.
Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me!
Let's heal them a bit. Easy. Oh, double tank stack. And line. Double line, actually. That's the first time seeing them. Now I use my Heart of Light too early. Oh well. 30%. Ether Call.
We must disperse that ether ere the Reaver recovers it!
This is going to hurt.
And damage up, that's nice. There we go. As easy as that. But we didn't just
We did it.
push it back to where it came from, we slew it. Okay.
The Hetzo, are they?
I'm sure they're okay.
The Ronek have all made it to Mehwa Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats. But the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetzo.
Yeah, he did.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty.
Yeah, you sure? There, buddy?
The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most.
Which in turn would keep them away from the tracks.
It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible!
Yeah, why not?
Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again.
Again?
Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeni Hetta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Lozeni Hetta. That's where the Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw?
Don't be so surprised.
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro.
I still wonder why they are doing screenshots and not in-game ways to depict this scenery, or these sceneries.
Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a Reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. Well distracted, I heard one cry. Save our son! Save the Hetzo! After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran. As the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. but still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
Well, I guess you know.
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself.
Don't be so surprised.
All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone.
Should I break the mood? Yeah, I should. Or I will. I'm just here being fascinated by actually the glasses being split, not just with a texture on top, it's actually the glass itself that's split. There's depth in the cracks of the glass. Back to... Sorry?
And now that I am Dawn's servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Good for him. If Wokona counts as among his family, then he is part of ours. You made the feeling that Ruhetso look easy. A felling it look easy. On behalf of the head, so I thank you. We certainly got more than we bargained for when we set out to solve our railroad conundrum. I can't imagine how Kona must be feeling right now. That Reaver. I don't suppose it was the same one that? Probably not. To know that the heads are safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them, he also avenge my parents? It is the least I owe to them, after all this time. Being I thank you for standing by me, as Dawn's servant, and as the oft imperfect man beneath that mantle. Now, let us return our attentions to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We have removed the root cause of the Ronek straying from their favorite grazing, and obtained the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it will be far sight better than a traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. We can do that, and you can do that, probably. Let us return to Shaloni Station and begin work on it. Baulika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. Now that the Hetso have taken to you, you'll have to come and see us again. I am pleased to have seen with my own eyes the wisdom and courage of our new Dawn servants. The wisdom and courage of our new Dawn servants will use to lead this nation. I wish them all the best. Well, not really too much closer, to be honest. Well, let's go. I was checking before. Still has oh, now he has new glasses. Before he had still cracked ones. I guess. Now has a spare one? Or he had spares with him? Oh, I always carry a spare pair of spectacles or two, as it can be difficult to find replacements outside of the city. You wouldn't believe how many I went through during the Rite of Succession. And I was just saying that. That was truly not on purpose. I didn't think they would go to that length. And yeah, even I have spare glasses because you never know when they break. This train will be ready in no time. Might take a while, still. A variety of artisans from across Tyrol have come to assist with the railroads, so I foresee no difficulty in creating the whistle that Conan proposed. You look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it? Yeah, quite good news. So the Ronek were avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Vokana's not too bad himself. What with his whistle idea? Sit tight, we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. Sit tight, yes. Okay. In that case.
We're ready to go.
Oh, and it's even voiced. That looks a little bit less intimidating than the previous one.
Whoa! She looks as good as new!
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior though, not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
That's good to know.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolal. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
They could adjust it in this short amount of time? Well, not bad. That work.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through her paces.
Need to quit. Be the next one to get a quest line. 7.15. I'm guessing this one is where it basically starts. Will we now see a train going back and forth from town to town? But there are no cars on it yet, I think, right? Yeah. Also, what did it run on? Should be cerulean, but there's no cerulean car. Or Yeah.
There's a Ronek up ahead.
Let's see. That whistle works.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
Hmm. Yep. And it's going. Very
It's moving
quietly.
away. Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
Good. It's directional, that's even better, yeah. Very nice.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like.
Good job.
Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktural Railroad is back in service.
Good. Going back and forth. I hope we can see it from time to time. That would be nice. Now anyone will be able to come and go from the dome as they please. Can't wait to spread the word in Alexandria. I expect that with the Reaver gone, the Ronic will gradually return to their old habits, and we won't see so many approaching the tracks. It is good to see that the whistle will be effective in the meantime, however. With that, I believe our work here is done. The fine people of Shaktural Railing can take it from here. The folks that Volkona brought in to help rebuild the railroads have already returned home, but I hope we can give them a ride someday. For a while there, we were really worried that we would never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni and then the continent. Watch out, Shaktural. Here we come. I share the sentiment, but we've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamati. And will the next quest be called Crossroads? It won't be as I once envisioned, but perhaps someday we can take that train journey to Yusolani together. I hope so too. There you go, Crossroads. I don't like the look on her face there in the picture though. Never want to stand still, Wuklamad is ready to race back to Alexandria. Well, it's possible that Shale's made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shale? What do you have her working on? The data, yeah. Ululja's mother. I would feel the same in his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kahiwa we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. Oh, and now he has to turn to show the keyring there. Oh. I needn't search for what she left behind, because she left it with me, and I will carry it always. Yeah, it even refers to it, basically carrying it. I had to take a screenshot there. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Kahiwa? What? No. It is merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it as good a souvenir as any. Whatever you say, for what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Well, yes, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time, if there is aught I can do for the people there. Much change though it is, to consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. On the way, yet they are already gone and I'm here alone, by myself. That's not really being a talk on the way, mind you. Now let's see what that look on her face meant. Seeing Erenville never fails to remind me of Kahiwa, and I wouldn't have it any other way. The dead should be remembered, this I firmly believe. Gululja's mother deserves that too. Okay. You must be exhausted. Shall I nip out for an energy tonic? Actually, I could use one right now, yeah? Why not? So, Throlja was conducting secret research in Uwayawatsa. I have some memories of the place from my childhood. Oh, could have used you. Or, why didn't you show up sooner? Glad you're back. We wouldn't want to keep Gululja here waiting any longer than necessary. No? Erenville's wearing is Kahiwa. That makes me happy. Oh. So it is her. Not just anything resembling one. Looks like we arrived at a good time. Then let's see. Simple yet elegant solution, and thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, Shell has nearly finished processing the data. She will be able to share her findings with us imminently. Not yet. Oh, hey, Stola. I'm interrupting something, I gather. Why, Stola, what brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate in the Sky Deep cenote for now. I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electro. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we've finished here. Oh, okay. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I've made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny. It's okay, yeah. I thought so, or, well, they told me.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit.
Oh, here we go.
But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Taishulja herself.
Oh, audio.
While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
Let's see. That is. Or well, here. That is.
My name is Taishulja, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose.
Mother?
Maybe. Probably.
Officially I was a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a vana'diel that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuliolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran. And in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path. A path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within, and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja?
Sounds much more... Pino?
I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire. Today. It should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If you could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He remembers.
He's your son.
No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! No! Get it away from me! Get that thing away from me!
Shh. It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all.
Didn't know how to react, yeah.
He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Can you look at shouting for me? The research hasn't been going well, but I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where I do.
All on the recording, yes.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Maybe.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamarchi. Father and Mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now.
Will take time to sink in and to
But
process.
it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
He's a strong boy. What a mess. If the dome had not appeared, Ishalja's tale would have been very different. Yet whether or not she would have been happier, I cannot say. You may find it hard to believe, but until the rite of succession, Srolja was a good brother to me. Anyways, and I thought that Papa was the best father anyone could ask for. I don't want to think that the time we spent together as a family was a lie. But by the same token, the bitterness my brother harbored, all too real. It's okay, I wanted to know more about my parents and now I do. And I don't regret it. I have Lamati and Kona and Yuming now. I'm not lonely now. Ishalja left written records as well. I'll compile them for Gololcha. Perhaps something in them will be of comfort. No matter how brave a face Gololcha puts on, I expect it will take him time to come to terms with this. He's a strong one though. You needn't worry too much. Why leave such a record, you ask? I cannot be certain, but I believe Tishalcha simply wanted someone to know how she felt, to understand. It's better to know. Profound response for one so young. Though I wish he didn't have to be. Gululja is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. It's fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shale. Because of you I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Gululja. If you remember one thing, remember that. Now then, having shared what I can at present, I'm ready to head to living memory when you are. I am planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. I know we all have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. Okay. One wouldn't know it to look at them, but Shell and Ishtola are birds of a feather. An incorrigibly restless feather. I'll stick around for a while. Let me know if you need me. Is Shell going to be alright out there? The whole time she was working on the data, I never saw her take a break. With the railroad ready, I would like to get some idea of how many returnees we can expect before heading back to Tuliolal. The twins have yet to return. I hope everything is alright. A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people would be clamoring to get on the first train back, yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Can't few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. But when we spoke before, you said many from Tuliolal were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting through Vanguard. If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start at Leyland 9. People were so nervous about remaining in Alexandria. I cannot help but wonder what prompted this sudden change of heart. I've asked Yod to fill me in on all that has happened in the Dome of late. If I hear anything of interest, I'll be sure to pass it on. Now that the railroad's working again, it'll be much easier to visit Tuliolal. It would be nice to see Kona again as well. Perhaps we will venture out for a bit ourselves. I'm as surprised as you are. Everyone was keen to pack their bags before, but now that the journey's possible, they can't be bothered. Wonder too, what's wrong? I mean, there's still one more person out there. The one who did the speech. Who probably has an idea of his own what to do. At least that's my suspicion right now. Oh. Breaking. Plus there's a materia to extract. Don't forget that. Go. There may still be people gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first. Oh, cutscene right away. Maybe a voice one too?
People look uneasy. Did something happen?
I don't know. I was with you the whole time.
Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zoraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware.
Now they're starting to be afraid of death.
It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
No, think of how you can enjoy life.
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
Looks like her. Replica?
What?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset and I don't know what to do!
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever.
Yeah.
You there.
Doesn't look surprised.
You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty?
They erased the memories, I guess. Yep.
What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria. Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Who is operating them, I
Won't
wonder?
you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live. Not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memory shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution.
Oh?
All of us shall be made endless.
A bad idea.
I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all.
New ones.
One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
Okay, who's plotting behind the lines?
The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
Good observation.
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Something's off. Something's pretty off.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
Something's not right, obviously. Who's building those regulators? Yep. Let's see. There's not a report yet, but we have all eyes and ears out in every keep and heritage found. Sphene was erased. If she's back, then are the Endless? Seriously, what was that? Means Sphene has returned? How? You saw Sphene with your own eyes then? But wasn't someone else? You've heard about the Queen of Reason's proclamation. The rumors spread through the district like wildfire. Without the Meso Terminal, how does she propose to create the Endless? We must contact Stola as soon as possible. Let's see. Oh, that music. We only caught the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed when the Meso Terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness, presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, there's no surprise that they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. It is as if their memories have been erased. Yeah? Someone tinkered with the system. Given that members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators. But by whose design? Someone smart enough to play at being the Queen of Reason. In that guise, even if some suspect deception, most of Alexandria will be on her side. We need to find out who she really is. Yeah, so who is hanging out the regulators? Why don't we go and ask them? Wrong. While I agree wholeheartedly, we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. Okay. Is that wise though? How many do I have? 30 of them. A lot more of them. Okay. Directed it is. Meanwhile... Living memory? No? Meanwhile in living memory. Whose point of view is that? Not these two.
Oh, where am I?
Sounds like a child.
My people? Are they safe?
No, it's a woman.
Why am I?
In fear of death, the people turn to Queen Reborn their fates to learn. Crossroads. Everybody's out. Ah, some are here. A pity Stola was not present for Thene's return. A curious glance at the imposter's ether would have doubtless been enough to confirm our suspicion beyond any doubt. Just said she left this machine running to process more of the data from the field station. Done yet? No. Can't interact. Neo-regulators. I heard the idea came from the citizenry. Something doesn't sit right. We will look into it. Raha? Though we have too little information to draw any successful conclusions as yet, I dare say the Queen of Reason's behavior henceforth will be illuminating. Anyone else here? No. Nobody else here. Well, but that was Crossroads. Interesting path. Wonder where this will go. And it had some nice lessons about mourning and how to deal with death. It was quite nice. I'm always bad at giving us a review right away. I will need time to process everything. And I mean, I also still will need a lot of time to edit all the 7.0 playthrough, and now 7.1 playthrough, and also all the other things that are waiting on my hard drive to be edited. And for now, that was almost 4 hours, and it's time for lunch here. Therefore, I think that was it for now. Thanks everyone for watching, thanks for tuning in. And until we meet again next time, I hope next time I will be able to put it up a bit sooner that I'm going live. But I actually quite like it to do this, the story life and everything else. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm still, for some odd reason, my OBS doesn't like the resolution that I'm working on, and it looks completely out horrible. Therefore, I wonder if I can even start the ending correctly. Let's see, I guess it worked. Well, not really. For some reason I'm running twice. There we go. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.